Warren Buffett says never depend on a single income. Make investments to create a second source. In this section, we will first cover various cautions and considerations before investing, explain each of the different investment platforms out there, and most importantly, give you the tools to decide what type of investor you're going to be. A common misconception is that if we make more money, we end up paying way more because we're put in a higher tax bracket. This part is true, however, it's charged marginally, not retroactively. The tax bracket is a bell curve, so even though your top bracket might be at 35%, every dollar in the 10% bracket is only getting charged at 10%. The next dollars that you earn will be charged at 35%, however, all the money you've already earned stays the same. Also, by changing how you earn your income, you can change the rate that you're charged for taxes. For the most part, businesses and investment incomes are taxed less than normal income. Also, if you do not already have 3 to 6 months of expenses saved before starting to invest, you may be walking on thin ice. Please wait until you have that reserve built up. It's better to wait a bit longer and do it the right way than to try to rush it and ruin everything that you've built this far. One great concept that you need to remember for investing is the rule of 72. Albert Einstein says that compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. He who understands it, earns it. He who doesn't, pays it. The rule of 72 says whatever interest rate that you have, divide 72 by that interest rate, and that'll tell you about how long it'll take to double. For instance, if you have a 12% return, 72 divided by 12 is about 6. So it'll take about 6 years for your money to double. You can even try this on a calculator on your phone. Go ahead and multiply 1000 by 1.12, and then do it again and count how many times you have to multiply it in order to double. Notice how each year the growth increases because the interest from the previous year is also growing. Now that you know the rule of 72, also realize that statistics and numbers can be manipulated. Sometimes you hear mutual fund managers or investment brokers brag about average rate of return. So let's jump into real numbers instead of using these averages. And let's use simple numbers as well. First year, you have $1,000, and over that year, it increases by 100%. Wow, you are amazing. You are now at $2,000. Second year, your $2,000 suffers a 50% loss. Ouch. Well, you're back down to $1,000. Third year, your $1,000 sees another massive spike of 100%. Wow, back to $2,000. Fourth year, your $2,000 suffers another 50% loss, so you're back down to $1,000. Some fund managers brag because they see 100% minus 50, plus 100% minus 50. Well, that turns out to be plus 100% over 4 years, which shows a 25% growth over each year. Even though in reality, your wealth didn't grow at all. In fact, it's even worse than that. This doesn't even factor in the fund manager's commissions draining from your potential profits, because even when the market goes down, he still gets paid. This also doesn't factor in inflation, so each year, your dollar is worth less and less and less. Money times interest rate times time is an antiquated model if the market does not perform correctly. Who do you know that's older and wants to retire but can't because their stock or investment portfolio is underperforming and is forcing them to wait? If you are currently use a financial advisor or think it's better for someone else to manage your money, ask yourself, what is this person's track history? Does your advisor guarantee anything that will happen in the future? And if so, do you think that person has any ability to actually see in the future? Or are they just trying to convince you to buy in order to make a commission? Is this person able to do real due diligence and charge a commission at the same time? For most, it's a big conflict of interest. Just remember, no one will be a wiser steward of your resources than you do. Who cares more about preserving your wealth more than you do? Relinquishing your control is the highest risk possible, and you have zero control of the outcome, good or bad.